Hey guys, much love. I'm sorry if this is a little blurry, but I have my phone in my case, so, um, yeah. Anyways, I feel like today is just an update. I apologize in advance. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but, um, I feel a lot of things running through my mind, and I just want to share that with anybody, really, anybody that wants to connect with this. I'm going to leave my playlist going because I feel like on my level, I connect with music, and there's always got to be that background music. Life always has to have that. So it's a beautiful day. I'm on my phone right now, as I've said, so I'm sorry if I get any text. I'm connecting with my people on a personal, one-on-one level. Now, relevation, anybody that knows me or knows my story knows that just a few months ago, like I touched base with death, and I'm not going to get into detail about that because it's in the past, and I want to move forward from it. But I'm also proud to be where I am, and that's why I bring it up. For 23 years, I've suffered from a major depression on and off throughout my life, both on a personal level and on a familial level. Sorry, I'm feeling a lot of pain. Just an update. I was at the beach most of the day yesterday. I've been going hard the last few weeks because this is the first time in my life in 5 years now, or 8 years, sorry, my adult life that I've had a summer off. So by the end, I might be like dead. I don't really know, but I'm gonna enjoy it. I definitely got a lot of color. I'm just gonna show you guys. I don't know if you can see that, but my back is badly burnt. Um, as are my legs. But much love. You do what you got to do, right? Life is what you make it. So I just wanna vibe with anybody that's connecting to this, and I feel like in life, I very much so feel like I've connected to my roots since in the last few months, and it's a beautiful thing. It really is. Um, I wholeheartedly agree on that aspect of lifelines. You live almost a similar lifeline with certainly different experiences. Because if you think back, in each generation and in each lifetime, how many technological advances there are, and how life is similar but different. You know, as we advance throughout the future, my life is obviously going to be very different from either my next life or my children's lives or what have you. So, for sure, I can appreciate the scariness for anyone in previous generations. Or with people advanced in life, in the years or mentality, baby boomers and such. It's a scary experience. But if you can embrace that, I'm burnt all over, so I'm feeling it. If you can embrace the technology, okay, I'm sorry, that's a bad view. I'm gonna stay here, even though it kind of hurts. If you can embrace technology, you can connect. If you think back, okay, to our first lifeline or our first circles, okay, it was very limited. It was literally who is surrounding you in a environment, right? Like, who is your neighbor? Your closest neighbor is like a good acre down the road, or a good like day down the road, or what have you. Now, because of the advances in technology, we can connect with hundreds of thousands of people on a millions of people basically on a second to second basis. Now that's scary for sure. It's definitely changes the way we live our lives, but it's also great because right now, just making this video, I can connect with not only all my family and all my friends, but anybody on a same level. So that's kind of amazing if you think about it. I mean, I've definitely changed my viewpoint on life, and it's kind of great. And I want to take this moment to say anybody that I may have harmed in the past, I apologize wholeheartedly. You can take that as you may, but I apologize, and I'm moving forward from this life, from what my negative annotations have been. And I very much so hope that you do as well, and if not, it is what it is. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions, everyone's entitled to their own life, so you live it. You live it the way that you want. But I just want to leave this moment in the sense that, you know what? You gotta live day to day. If you're having a bad day, then live it. Embrace it. Embrace your moments. Tomorrow's a new day. You're gonna close your eyes and open them, and you're gonna have a whole new day of experiences. 24 hours. You got it. So live it. You know, feel your emotions and live life for you. Okay? Screw anybody else, really. I have a found respect to the YOLO thing. I can understand where that came from and go for it. You know? Today's definitely a recoup day. I'm getting hit hard in the face. I'm crashing hard. But it's not, most people my age, you crash hard on drugs and alcohol. And for sure, I've been there. You gotta experience. Life is full of experiences, right? But right now, it's an environmental hangover day. I'm dealing with allergies, that's why I'm sniffling. It's possibly why my voice is deepened. Or maybe it's just dropped. We don't know. It's a surprise, I'll find out soon. But I'm sitting on 4.5 weeks of tea. And it's a beautiful thing. Even a month ago, 2 months ago, I never thought I'd be in this. And here I am. Life is moving forward. And just embrace it, So today, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to rest. I'm going to let my body kind of recoup, because it definitely needs to happen. Touch and base. My pup's doing the same thing. I feel like 2015 is definitely a life-changing year. But it's going to be a hot one. I think it's going to be a hot one, just because we're sitting at, May? Beginning of May, first week of May. It's 29 degrees Celsius out right now, minimum. My house is 80 degrees Celsius. I just turned on central air. It's probably less than now, but since I last checked, it was 80 degrees. Or 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Sorry, Celsius. Oh my god, could you imagine? I would be molten lava almost right now. I'd be dead. But, touching base to that. She is just almost 10 months old. I apologize, I'm dripping here. Totally hot, right? But it is what it is. Allergies, yo. She is 10 months old, so she's never experienced this kind of heat. And I very much so feel like a parent in this moment. Anybody out there right now that wants to have a family, if you've never had children, please get a dog first. Please. And don't get a dog, get a puppy. Because it's a similar experience, and you learn from it for sure. It's a learning experience, and it's great. I'm sitting here at 23 years old, and my pup is my baby for sure. But she's never experienced this kind of heat, and I want to make sure that in her lifeline, whether it be 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, whether she outlives me, who the hell knows? We never know, right? You don't know what tomorrow holds, but embrace it. I want to make sure she has as many positive experiences as possible. So right now, she probably is hating me because she's in her crate. I've got the central air going. It's not blasting because we only got one world. Gotta take it in stride, but for sure, I'm letting it cool down, especially since the sun's gonna be going down soon. Her crate is located central to a large vent. It's blocked off. I'm gonna have to on my next open free day. I'm gonna have to take it apart, and they've painted over it, and it needs to be opened up for sure. Check out what's in there, but I'm leaving her in a crate because she doesn't understand the consequences of going hard on a hot day. I'm feeling that right now for one of the first times in 23 years, so I gotta watch out for her in that aspect. She's hating me, but that's fine. She needs to rest, get as many liquids in her as possible. I will upload a quick video. I'm gonna have to do some editing, but of her getting her first popsicle ever. It was kind of cute. She's never experienced that. She thought it was a toy at first, and I completely can relate to that, in the sense that I couldn't get the stick out, so I melted it down and got it out afterwards, and it was fun. She ate that up, but it's a hot day, and we got to take it in stride. So I'm making sure she gets as many liquids as possible. I am too, but I'm taking it slow because nobody wants to be sick. I don't think I can eat much today, but that's okay. I will take it minute by minute, hour by hour, because I need more. I'm definitely dehydrated, so I definitely need to take in as many liquids as possible. Probably gonna end this video and go get that water that's been cooling in the fridge and shit. But excuse my language, sorry. That's one thing I definitely need to work on. Is my language, but I feel I'm getting better at it. One last appreciation though, guys. Like, look I definitely got some color. I think by the end of this summer, I might be a lot darker than I've ever been, and that's good. I'm embracing in nature. This might be the only year in the next 5 to 10 years that I get it, so go for it, right? Alright, so, I'm back. I'm gonna cut that last piece out. I'm gonna do some editing before I upload this, but, basically where I was getting at, I just went and refueled, more so rehydrated, played a bit of guitar, you know. There goes the newborn baby in the area. It's kind of cute. It makes me happy. But quick last update before I peace out, you know. I don't know what that was. Sorry if that offends anybody, but that was my peace out, yeah. Basically, I called my grandmother yesterday. Now, quick background. My grandparents, as I'm sure many of you, are rather old-fashioned usually. And that's fine, obviously. I mean, again, like I've vibed with in this earlier in this video. You know, earlier generations. We're all growing, and I mean, anybody that is struggling, any parents or any grandparents out there right now that is struggling with trying to understand the world right now, you'll right. Think of it this way. Take this type of viewpoint. Okay, it's meant to be scary for you and for you to not understand. It means that you have done well as a human being in your given circumstances, and now those that are quote unquote ahead of you in ages that are younger than you, they've had a totally different experience and a different viewpoint. Everybody has a different experience and a different viewpoint. And if you can get into an understanding of that or try to, you have succeeded in life. If you can understand everyone's, or at least appreciate everyone's life, so long as they are not harming anyone, they're not causing physical, emotional, or traumatic experience towards any human being or any living life creature, go for it. Do you. Do you. That's try and take that viewpoint, and your life will change. It's life altering. But anyways, going back, my grandparents are old-fashioned, very European. My grandfather's Yugoslavian, my grandmother's Dutch, so for sure, understandable. I've struggled over the years. I've come out as, you know, being straight. That's the general thing. Then I came out as being gay with a previous female lover. And, you know, obviously it's definitely a struggle for them, but I have so much appreciation because I called them and came out to my grandmother, at the very least, as being transgender, and that is huge, huge thing. Being transgender now in this day and age is like being gay back in the 70s to 90s. We're struggling. We're finally gaining acceptance. A big thing for her to be able to understand was representation, this whole Bruce Jenner thing. A lot of people have their own opinions on the matter. To me, all for them. I refuse to use male pronouns because, you know what? Bruce, I apologize. I know Bruce has decided on a more gender-neutral name, and I cannot comprehend what that is. I saw it in one article, and I feel as a society we should be presenting that more. But I completely appreciate what Bruce is going through with their families more so. It's a very big step, and I give them props. I give them mad respect, because you have to understand, being in the public light is very scary. Right now, I'm in a public light of, what, maybe 50 to 100 people, a couple hundred people, maybe at most. And that's kind of nerve-wracking, but I appreciate that. And if it gets larger, then you just gotta appreciate it. But Bruce Jenner is going across worldwide. Their story is being heard worldwide, and I appreciate that. And I thank you, Bruce, if you ever get into this. Or just sending that vibe out there. I appreciate you, and I thank you. Because your representation and you being out there makes it much easier for the world to understand us as a community. Anybody struggling with gender identity and representation, I thank you for putting your story out there. Anybody right now. Because It's one step closer to a revolution. It's one step closer to global acceptance, and that's what we need in society. We need global acceptance of all things good and all human beings, and just accept it and work towards an inner peace. That may take hundreds of thousands of years. That just may take that, hey, we're going to get out of this country and out of this world, literally out of this planet in hundred years, and let nature take back, because let's face it, we've chopped so much out of life, it's ridiculous. How this planet is, Mother Nature, how you're sustaining us right now, I respect you. But anyways, going back to this, Bruce, and I appreciate you, and thank you, and thank anybody putting their story out there. Because of you, my grandmother understands me, and I can have a good relationship with her. And eventually, hopefully, my grandfather will too. And considering he has her as his support, I think I will. Think positively. Get that good sense of self, and the world is your oyster. It's really lame, but it is. It's very lame. It's corny, I know, but it is. Nothing can stop you if you are positive. Nothing can. The world is out there, and grasp it, you know? So thank you for listening to this long-ass ramble. I feel this is the way in our generation that we connect now. Anybody listening to this, you are my circle of people. You will continue to carry on your own version of the story. We are storytellers as human beings. You can vocalize it, go for it. That is your storytelling. That is the original storytelling. If you can vocalize it via text, in communication that way, go for it. If you can vocalize it in body language or sign language, go for it. Sorry about that weird break, but right now I'm working with a iPhone 4S with an 8 gig capacity, and let's just say, anybody that has been paying attention to me or just tuning in, I very much am an expressive person in the sense of, obviously verbally, photography, I like to spread my story. Experience life, and sometimes you need some Snapchats and snapshots to appreciate that, and that's their livelihood, selfies and such, and that's great. So again, anything that you're doing, if you are not harming yourself, or harming another human being, or harming the environment, too bad, eventually it's going to happen. I hate to say it, but it doesn't, it happens. But if you are doing as good as you can, do you. Screw anybody else's opinion on it, okay? Another good vibe, since I just came out to my grandmother yesterday, literally, yesterday, that is monumental. I called her again because I didn't get much of a time, yesterday was a very busy day, today is a recoup day. I didn't get much time to really talk to her and just see how she's doing, and life is going there, so I'm just stretching out my muscles here. Appreciation there, look at that little baby muscles coming in. Yeah, my body's changing, okay? I'm sitting at 4.5 weeks, and I never thought I would get to this point, but I'm 4.5 weeks on T, and it's only up from here. Maybe it's the cold, we don't know, but she didn't recognize me. She asked, "Who is this?" when I called, because she doesn't have caller display, I don't think. She's cooking dinner. She asked me, "Who is this?" And I had to, that's monumental. Obviously, my voice has changed, and I'm changing for the better. We change as human beings. We have this initial seed that we start from, and we grow from there. We grow upward, we grow downward, maybe we deteriorate, but as, the human seed, as any plant out there, you can step on me, you can break me. But so long as I've got that initial seed, my lifeline, you will grow, yo. You will continue to grow. So, much love, peace, and serenity, yo. My story is being told, and if you appreciate anything, if you've been tuned in for whatever this long ramble is once I'm finished, thank you. You have a good day. You have a good life. And move forward. Spread your goodness. And if you don't, maybe take into light of this and spread your good. Be your own sunshine, be your own happiness. Grasp it. Live life to the fullest, because you only got one. YOLO. You only got one life. Live it. Thank you. Goodbye.